when we took Red State to Sundance. I'm sitting in the back, leaning on the back wall, watching my flick. And then I hear from out in the hallway, blah, 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 and an unmistakable voice. I open the curtain. I say, hey. And he looks over at me. And I go, shut the up. And he looked so surprised. And I was like, I'm showing my movie in here. I would never do this to you if you were showing one of your movies. Shut the up. And I closed the curtain. I waited for him to come storming through and punch me. But he never showed up. And I get a phone call and they go, hold for Harvey Weinstein. Kevin Harvey. I say, hey, how are you? And he goes, good. You know what? I just realized I got Dogma. This movie's got an amazing cast. He's going, all these people are still working and we could make a sequel. I'll give you a call next week. We'll get into this. And I was like, all right. And I hung up and I was so excited because I felt like I'd been forgotten. 3 days later, the New York Times piece comes out. So I'm talking to John Gordon. I said, this guy called me last week. I said, I haven't heard from this dude in like a decade. And he called me last week to talk about doing a Dogma sequel. And John goes, he's real sober as a judge. He goes, Kevin, he had no interest in Dogma. He was just calling to see if you were one of the people who was a source for the New York Times article. So he had no intention of doing anything with Dogma. He was just casing himself before he knew the inevitable was about to happen. So in terms of the egregious things that Harvey Weinstein's done, let's all agree that doesn't even make the list. But it sucked, man.